I went from a kid that was kind of lost, you know, when he was 23. Not lost, but just didn't have the right direction with my life. And I joined the Army, and I went through incredible changes there. You know, when I came back from Afghanistan, I was going through a lot of issues just trying to cope with everyday life as a civilian in America. And, you know, I was going through depression and anxiety and stuff like that. And, you know, it's kind of hard to balance, you know, just your normal day things. And when I went to IM, you know, like I noticed some things like, you know, I was able to focus better in school. You know, I could sit through an entire lecture and, you know, not get sidetracked as much. I noticed that I wasn't as distracted. I can actually sit down and like actually study, you know, thoroughly instead of just kind of half-ass, you know. Focus, you know, when I have a task or job at hand, I'm able to complete that job, focus on that job without actually having a couple different things in mind. Just finishing that job, you know, not thinking about what I have to do today or what happened earlier. You know, I can sit there and actually, you know, accomplish a task and do it thoroughly. You know, like I've definitely seen drastic improvements in the last few months. For sure.
Anxiety. And
yeah,
about
anxiety.
the same time, is that when you started going on some medication? Mm-hmm. About the same time that you went through IM?
No, I started taking it back in May.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So May and June, did you notice some gains then with the meds?
I did.
Probably?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just not incredible gains. My anxiety levels have gone way down. I will say that, and you know, it's part meds, but I think the IM did have something to do with it too.
Yeah, you felt like around that time.
Yeah.
That your anxiety.
Yeah.
And the depression then.
I mean, I'm not depressed anymore, but I have to continue to take the medication. You don't just stop taking it.
What about how you? Well, do you want to elaborate more on your sleep, because you weren't sleeping?
So
I wasn't sleeping as well. I'm able to. I don't know if that's just because, you know, it took me, you know, a certain amount of months to adapt to a routine, you know, waking up and not being able to have to wake up every morning, you know, in the middle of the night, because that's what I was doing in Afghanistan. Every night I'd get woken up to go pull a guard shift, you know, for an hour or two. I have vivid dreams every single day now, and it's very strange because my entire life I've never been able to do that. So it definitely unlocks something inside my brain that, you know, was never there before. I'd have a dream and I'd remember for like 2 minutes, and then boom, it's gone. And now I can remember it throughout the entire next day and think about every part of that dream. It's pretty awesome. I think it's cool. So my memory, that's the coolest thing, is my memory is kind of much better. So yeah, I kind of enjoyed it. You know, I kind of came out of here, and you know, like sometimes you'll kind of feel happy and confident, I guess, after you're done.
I think it's your focus and your motivation and your self-starting is much improved.
I mean, my favorite thing is that I can dream every day, and it's pretty cool. I think I'm a better self-starter. Yeah, I think I can jump out of bed faster, and get the things done that I want to get done.
Well, because he's not as forgetful. That's hard.
No, I'm not.
He's not. I can ask him to do something, and he'll do it, or I'll come home and it's done. Whereas before, I'd say, hey, can you feed the cat? I don't know. And I'd come home and the cat's starving, and, well, why didn't you feed the cat? Oh, yeah. Like, he remembers when you tell, he'd remember when you told him, but...
It's not like a miracle difference, but it's enough difference to notice.
Yeah, it's definitely...
I guess that's the best way to say it.
Yeah, it's much different.
What have you noticed in the last couple of months?
Does the dishes? Let me think here. Don't look at me that way.
I get this comment a lot from wives.
You are a lot
I
more
don't agree.
willing to do things. Not more willing. You always did things, but you do it on your own. He came home yesterday and he had all the chairs off the floor. He had the ottoman up, and he's vacuuming. It's like, what? Okay, so anyways.
I definitely brag about it to my parents, you know, and they're like, I wish I could do something like that. I wish I could put my son through that, you know. And
So-
they're pretty fascinated by it too. And
I think because they see a difference in you too. Your parents can see it.
yeah.
And so it proves it. I mean, it shows it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So as a returning vet, do you think Interactive Metronome would be a good program?
It's excellent. It's excellent. I recommend it highly to anybody that has any kind of irritable issues, you know, focus issues, have trouble in school. I think veterans could really see you know, probably sleep, probably the biggest thing. I'd say people would sleep better. And before I did IM, you know, and I heard about it, I was just hearing about what it was about. I was like, really? What is this? I mean, is this like a joke? I mean, honestly, that's how I was kind of thinking about it, just like thinking, so I'm going to sit there and clap, and this is supposed to do unbelievable things for me. You know, it was kind of funny until I actually got in here and actually started doing it, understanding what it would do. It did kind of blow me away, because halfway through I was like, wow, this is actually really cool. Because it's unbelievable. I mean, there's so many different things that it can change in a person. And I think the sky's the limit, I think,
Yeah.
with this kind of science. So
Yeah.